It's not complicated.
Well, you need me to go down there?
No.
Because I will. You must have forgot what these guns
When I work, hey, wait.
I haven't.
Ooh, we're gonna stop it right there. Because I keep trying to tell y'all, we back at it, House of Payne. I keep trying to tell y'all, this man's still in love with this woman. Look how he looking at her right there. But this is a very, very interesting, powerful episode right here. Let's go.
I don't think that's a very good idea. However, I do need to go into work today.
It's my boy. I got him.
Are you sure? Because I can...
Miranda, I got you.
Calvin, you have to make sure we are not late for... Miranda.
Hey, thank you so much again, Calvin. Bye, y'all.
Take care. What?
Saying it, but that doesn't really necessarily make it true, right? It's what my truth is that Calvin is still absolutely in love with Miranda. Do you think that? Do you see that? And do you think Laura sees it? Or am I tripping?
Oh, she had to go into work and she needed somewhere for Christian to go.
Oh, and she was thanking you because you found somewhere else for him to go?
No, she was thanking me because I said it's not a problem. Look, babe, is it that big of a deal to postpone? I mean, this is my son.
Just to give an idea, they had plans. So Calvin and Laura had plans to go out to dinner and go to the spa, and they had plans. And, in walks Miranda, asking for Calvin to watch Christian, right? Which is his son. So again, I want to ask the question, does Laura have a right to be upset? And the other question I would ask is, what does Calvin do then? Calvin he's the father of the child.
No, it's Miranda.
Well, what is that supposed to mean?
As soon as she calls you, you always come running.
I mean, you don't have kids, babe. Sometimes you have to cancel your plans. You can't do everything you want to do.
Don't patronize me, Calvin. And don't stand here and act like I shouldn't be upset.
How it is in my family, that's your first priority. And we applaud you on that, and we step in wherever you need us to step in at. Next to you, behind you, whatever you need us to do. So the women in our family are kind of like, don't come up and get up in my face if you ain't handling your business. I'm just saying. That's how the women are in our family. So we're not going to celebrate a guy that's being good to me, but ain't being good to his children. So it's, again, what does Calvin do here? What does he do? Let's look at this holistically. Miranda's not asking Calvin to watch his own child because she's trying to go clubbing or something. She got called into work. She has a job issue.
All right, I don't want to fight with you. It's just that sometimes I feel like I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And I just want to feel like I'm a priority.
Yeah, but you're not.
Ooh.
I didn't mean that.
Yeah, fix it.
I didn't mean that. I'm not saying that you're not a priority, but my kids are too.
I'm not saying the only priority. I'm saying a priority. Like, as your fiance, as the woman you want to marry and spend the rest of your life.
So this is what I want to know. Is she really saying what she means? Because Calvin's coming out with the truth. I got what he said. He's not saying you're not a priority. He's saying you're not a priority over my children. And again, I'm asking, should she be? Should she be a priority over his children that need his assistance and everything? They can't provide for themselves. They can't, at this point, even watch themselves. So should she be the priority?
Do you remember her? You're not feeling like that person.
Yeah, of course you are. Okay, so you tell me how I could be a good dad to my ex and a husband-to-be.
Calvin, that's something you're going to have to figure out. I'm not telling you not to take care of your kid. That would be crazy. But I'm just asking you for a little bit consideration.
And honestly, I would like the same from you.
I wonder this too, just throwing it out there. Does Laura not really understand what she's getting into? This man has two young children, not teenagers. Okay, young children who still need for him to provide. They still need his attention. You know what I'm saying? They still, all of that. Going back now, because I want to show you how things used to be, to where how much Miranda and Calvin have grown, to see why Calvin's in this place of confusion. So
I need to ask, but I need a favor.
What is it?
I know tomorrow isn't your day, but can you please watch Christian for me? I'm trying to get this appointment for weeks, and they just sprung it on me.
Well, you know what? It seems like a lot is being sprung on you lately.
I thought you would jump at the opportunity to spend more time with your son.
My son, but I can't always do it when you have something to do.
Okay, you know what? No.
So completely different responses to what Calvin's giving Miranda. This was like, again, This was a couple years ago. This was his response then versus now. So now Calvin is kind of sitting there saying, which one is right? You know, I catch heat either way I do it. If I say yes to no to Miranda, then I got to deal with that. And Miranda does neither. This is a job thing. Again, this is not, you know, her trying to go to the club or anything like that. And you know, if anybody knows, if you work, you don't get to control the aspects of your job, not unless you the boss. You know what I'm saying? You're under an authority. You know, so it's just very interesting that how different the responses are. This was then, but we're gonna go back to now.
Between Miranda and me, who's the priority there?
Well, you know that ain't a fair question. I have to keep her happy. I have to keep you happy.
And why do you have to keep her happy? She's your ex-wife, right?
Yeah, of course she is. But, babe, she's also the mother of my child.
Always and forever.
Wow. You know, I thought you knew what you were signing up for.
Ooh. I love when men are like this. And Calvin is giving her facts on facts on facts. He just says again here, I thought you knew what you were signing up for. That's real talk. See, now we see what Calvin's talking about. I wanted to go and show those scenes to see where, where it all started from. Y'all know that new addition to where it is now. So Calvin's like, I like it now. It's quiet now. We get along. It's working. We're at peace. What here did Calvin do wrong?
I thought you knew what you were signing up for. You're not just marrying me. You're marrying them too.
Yep.
As his dad, I'm always going to give you first dibs.
And I always want first dibs.
Exactly.
Right. But you have to learn how to make room for everyone. And it really starts with being considerate. And common sense, but...
Oh, so you trying to say I lack common sense now?
I mean, well...
Isn't that an interesting perspective from the most unlikely person? Let's remember, Miranda absolutely wants Calvin back. Back to me. Y'all know that Janet Jackson? I'm begging you, please come. Okay. But she, wants Calvin back. So this is, this is showing you that Miranda has learned a lot. She's learned how to love at a greater level. Why? Because she's loving unselfishly. She still wants Calvin. But instead of her being selfish and being like, well, look like you got problems, bruh, she is actually helping Calvin push along his relationship. That's big time.
Mean to make you feel like you didn't matter.
Thank you.
It's just that, I still feel guilty about Miranda not divorcing. It's not the kids' fault, so I feel like I need to make a point to always be there for them.
Right. Gotta bring that back.
I still feel guilty about Miranda not divorcing. It's not the kids' fault, so I feel like I need to make a point to always be there for them.
Right there, it was so powerful what he said when he said, because of our divorce, I feel like, I got to be there for my kids because we putting them through stuff that they didn't ask for. And he's absolutely right. That is such a beautiful mentality to have about that. A lot of parents don't have that. A lot of parents are like, I'm over here, they over there, deal with it. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, you put your kid in sometimes in situations where they just have to learn how to deal, versus Calvin is saying, hey, I know my kids didn't ask for this. I know my kids didn't ask for, 2 homes and us over here and all this other kind of stuff. So I want to try to give them the best life that I can. And I don't feel he should necessarily be faulted for that. But let's remember, Miranda does not only just take care of Christian, because remember, it also takes care of Calvin Jr. Good with just his one son. Miranda takes care of both of his sons. So it's such a hard kind of situation.
That's crazy. That's nonsense.
But believe it, I'm telling you, 3 parents were complaining about it already. I'm going to get my belt.
Oh,
hey, there, take it.
Hey, wait.
Oh, the last time I heard, I'm about to go get my belt.
So you're going to whoop him, right?
I ain't getting it to hold my pants up.
Okay.
I'm all about the discipline and stuff too, but can we just try a different approach? Let's just try talking to them.
Baby, I know how to discipline my kids.
Your kids.
No kids.
Your kids?
Ooh.
What?
Yours.
She got a knife in her hand.
Solely yours.
She got a knife.
I ain't got nothing to do with it.
Knife in her hand, man. She ain't playing. Janine don't be playing, man. Janine, if y'all haven't been watching, Janine want all the smoke all the time. I'm trying to tell you.
What I'm saying is, you soft on the babies.
I'm soft.
You soft on the babies. They gonna finish cooking?
Ask me to cook anything right.
Don't push your buttons, man.
Got some chicken?
Free range.
Free range.
Yeah, all that flavor. You can taste the humanity.
Yeah. I like free range chicken myself.
Why you rolling your eyes at me?
Bruh, she cooked. I did her for her. For her. She ain't cooked none for you. Huh. That means she mad. Why do we do that though, women? Why do we do that? Like, I ain't about to cook him no dinner. I'm gonna go cook myself dinner. Which you think about it, there's something somewhere, not unless she cooked and then just like threw everything away, because what she cooked, is probably enough for two people.
You want to talk about it, or are we just going to tap dance around the issue?
Never been much of a dancer, so I guess talking it is.
Who never been much of a dancer, man?
You.
My two-step is on point. And you know, all you need at my age is a solid two-step. That'll get me through weddings, get me through birthdays.
Divorces.
I know you ain't just say the D word.
You know, why Janine might be this upset, because you got to think, like, she's the one that carried the babies, you know, and for him to say, even for him to say you're soft on him, is in a way saying you don't discipline them either the right way or the way that I think is proper. And maybe your lack of discipline could be the reason why they're acting out now. So Janine kind of has a reason to feel this way, because it's kind of like, bro, what you saying? Like, is this a one man's team, or like, you know, what are we really doing here? Well, you can be the greatest parents in the world. You can be the perfect parents in the world. Your kids are human, right? So they're going to get in some trouble regardless to what you instill in them. You just hope when they become adults that they're good people. You know what I'm saying?
Serious. I'm sorry about what I said earlier.
I may have overreacted, but you triggered me, okay? Until you pop 4 individuals out of your body, you can't say my about anything.
Right.
You just said the D word.
Right, I was playing. But study after study that I've read shows that kids who are disciplined by spanking tend to be more violent.
Spankings don't have to be violent.
Yeah, we know that, but does the kid know? All they know is that the person they love is inflicting harm.
If we don't spank them, what are we going to do?
I have no idea.
Right.
Because they wild.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Let me say this. I'm not telling you how to raise your kids. Not me. I ain't the one. As an adult, it's the only way you function. Adulthood, you only function out of discipline, right? I'm learning this myself, you know. So what you're teaching your child is something that they are going to have to implement as they get older. And if you don't teach them disciplines to respect and to honor and to obey, that's what all that is about, is raise your kids up right. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully you're raising up in the Lord, but I want to discipline them in a way that benefits them. You know what I'm saying? I know it sounds like what benefit, discipline, but when you get older, you realize that all works together. All that stuff works together.
Take things from other people. You wouldn't want anyone to do that to you.
But we wanted it.
That's no excuse. Okay? Now, if you want something, you ask us. If we say no, you go get a work permit and
Right.
you get a job.
Exactly.
All right? You get a job, save up your money.
Yep. You tell me that these two kids right here, now I understand it's other kids, but you try to tell me these two kids right here are going around we'll say dominating with their aggressiveness and taking people's stuff. These two. And so sometimes what I feel like what television shows want to do now is they want to have make a point of emphasis on something without really bringing it to life anymore. And I feel like this is what makes me feel like with the new school TV is that they're more worried about the storyline than the actual art. If you get more worried about pushing an agenda than we are actually entertaining you. Because I'm not convinced. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Maybe he got a, you know, he ruled with a, you know, iron fist. I don't know. But these two right here, even in my younger days, wasn't about to scare nothing about me. You can get these hands. That'd have been me for both of them.
Changes around here. Okay? First thing is your mom and I are going to spend less time at work and more time at school finding out what's going on with you two.
You are going to give them all of their stuff back. All right? And your punishment? You are going to hand copy pages of the dictionary. We're going to start with the letter B for bullying.
Copy the dictionary. Can't you just spank us?
Oh, no, we way past that.
Also, what I liked here, I love this here. Now I went to my negative, but I got to see, that's me. I'm gonna give you truth, negative or positive, right? But the positive aspect I liked about this is how the parents took accountability too. I love that. How, you know, they said, we're going to, you know, spend less time at work and more time with you. So now everybody in this picture is being held accountable. That's beautiful. That's family right there.
I don't believe what happened to me on my way home.
What?
I want you to guess.
Sister is your mother and your mother's your aunt.
Oh, gosh.
That didn't work.
I don't know, baby. This is all ridiculous. You can just tell us what happened.
Right.
What does that mean?
Sweetheart, please. Can you just tell me and my dad what happened to you on your way home?
I got discovered.
What, were you lost? I mean, what do you mean discovered?
Malik low-key hilarious, man. I love his wit. His wit.
I was leaving the mall when a photographer, Lapierre Grayson, approached me about being a model.
Okay.
Model for what?
Walking the runway and photo shoots and stuff.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
What's so funny?
Look, baby, come on now. That's the oldest line in the book.
Man, look, Malika, look at she finds no hilarity in the hilarity. Malik is a low key savage. He busts.
What you mean? What you trying to say? Like I can't be a model or I'm not pretty enough to be a model?
No, I'm not saying that. You know, fine. If you want to let some stranger take pictures of you, go right ahead. I'm not going to stop you.
Thank you.
On one condition. The photo shoot has to be done here. Look, I'm your boyfriend, all right? And my job is to keep you safe.
What you
Please, baby, just give me this one, all right?
Fine.
I like the somewhat compromise there, right? And I love how Malik is like, look, I'm your man, okay? I don't trust the situation, okay? It's smelling a little funny. So let me, hey, do it in the house so I can keep an eye on what's going on. I'm trying to protect you. And I love how she kind of surrendered to that. You know, we got to let our man protect us sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Let him be man. Let him be man.
Freedom. Show me wind in your hair. That's good. That's good. Look at this cheekbone. Oh, good, girl. Show me boss chick. Let me see that. No. Don't cover your chest. Let that out. Let that free. That's good. Good. Throw those shoulders back. Oh, I love it. I love it. That's perfect. You were beautiful. You were beautiful. Good. Let me see those pouty lips. Oh, look at those lips.
Ooh, Malik ain't
I'm
feeling
me
it.
a kiss.
Ain't gonna be no blowing going on around here.
There ain't about to be no blowing going around here. Country around here.
Malik,
What you doing?
stop.
What is these outfits? What is this? What y'all got going on?
I can't believe you. I'm sorry, LaPierre.
It's all right.
What you apologizing here for? La Pierre. Your name Daryl. What's going on, man?
Your name
Go for you catch this two-piece.
Yeah, 2 piece. Bye-bye.
What's happening in here?
How far is too far when you want to protect the ones you love? Like when your man want to protect you, like what is going too far? You know, did Malik go too far and you know, and not trusting really maybe Lisa and the guy was, you know, was he right to feel this way? Like, hey man, you what you doing, potty? Let your stuff out, let everything hang out, you know, blow me kisses. You know, some men can't deal with that. You know, they can't deal with another man showing their woman attention, period. You know, some of y'all out there, like, don't be looking, hey, don't even look in the direction of my woman. Don't you dare, right? Then you got some of y'all brothers that like, y'all want everybody to look at your woman, but don't touch. I know how y'all are sometimes. I know it.
That La Pierre dude was a fraud and was just trying to take advantage of her.
Yeah, it's understandable.
I know that. Why?
Why what?
Why do you think that he was trying to take advantage of your girl instead of really putting her on as a model?
I don't know. It just seemed like that would be the more likely scenario.
See that right there. That's why she's mad at you. That pretty. And you're kind of stupid for believing La Pierre.
But I didn't mean it that way.
Yeah, but see, that's how she took it.
You hear Malik, you know, and it's like, it's understandable what he's saying, right? He's saying like, what are the odds? And it is true. You know, when it comes to stuff like that, she said, it wasn't like she had an appointment. She ran into somebody. It wasn't like somebody introduced her in. You know how that is, connections with connections, right? She's like, no, I ran into this guy, you know, while I was out. And so it can sound a little fishy. Should he have just kind of stood back and just watched, you know, the man do his work? And like you said, you can look, but don't touch, you know? So I don't know. I think it's, again, one of those tough situations where he is right in perspective, but maybe not right in action.
Please, tell me what the real issue is.
The real issue is that you didn't trust her judgment. How is she supposed to trust marrying you someday when you don't trust her?
I hate apologizing for things that I didn't do.
Don't look at it that way. See, that's your pride talking.
My pride, what?
Yeah.
Your pride is telling you that you'd rather be right than to be happy in your relationship.
Woo. We know what the Bible says with that right there, right? Pride brings a man low. And that is, you know, and apologizing is so hard. It runs in line with what the Bible talks about loving your enemy, right? You know, praying for your enemy. Like, I don't want to do that. I ain't about to pray for my enemy. You know, and it's like, it's a lot of times we are called in relationships to do the opposite of how we really feel. Because sometimes relationships, it's about how you feel. But sometimes, you know, Michael Jackson said, the way you make me feel. Sometimes it's not about feeling, and sometimes it's about knowing.
Think of it this way. You think Lisa's pretty?
Yeah, of course. She's a dime. And she's beautiful to me.
So why you don't think the rest of the world would see that?
I'm sorry that I doubted that you could be a model. You're the most beautiful woman I've ever met. Any magazine would be lucky to have you on the cover.
Thanks for saying that, Malik. But I didn't really want to be a model, no way. I just thought it would be cool to get my picture taken by a famous photographer.
So here we go again. I love how Malik just worded that. He worded it perfectly, right? He apologized specifically for what he got wrong. About sometimes in relationships, it's not about how you feel. It's about what you know, and And because a lot of times feelings will mess you up. You feel this day, you feel this way one day, you feel this way the next day. And that's in anything in life. You're getting, the Bible talks about being swayed to the left or to the right, or having a double mind, not having a sober mind. And that's what this thing is here with Malik. It's like he recognized, okay, let me go and do this in the way where I can be real to what the truth is. So I'm not lying to her or me. But relationships are really about feelings. And they're and making a relationship work. And they are, but there are a lot of commitment, focus, determination, apology, and going by sometimes what you know and not how you feel. Sometimes your feelings will jack you up.
So it really bothered me when you thought I didn't know when a predator was trying to hit on me.
Well, again, I'm sorry that I doubted you.
It's okay. I'm gonna put these down.
Okay.
And I'll grab us some water so we can make up.
Sounds good.
For law, Pierre Grayson was arrested for hiding cameras in his portable quick change area and taking pictures of his models. He has been arrested and is awaiting trial.
Good. See, look.
So you can look at it here. Malik was right. Malik was actually right. But
Oh, why'd you turn that off? I was watching that.
Sorry, baby. I would much rather be happy in our relationship than be right.
so look, this is so dope. Malik had the opportunity to say, I was right, and he didn't. Because he already saw, look, we made up, everything's all good, and he didn't flow with pride. He could, and really sometimes it's a lesson in this too, is learning that just you knowing should be enough, right? Or you knowing that you're right should be enough. A lot of times we try to prove it to other people. We're always trying to prove something. But Malik is like, look, I knew I was right. I still know I was right. She has no idea, but our relationship is good. We're peaceful. Beautiful though. He had the opportunity to be like, look at me, I was right. And he didn't.
Love language, what's that?
Only the 5 ways romantic couples express and experience love.
Oh, are there 5 ways to do that?
Of course. There's acts of service, quality time, gift giving, words of affirmation. That's me.
That's me.
I love you. You see, that's how she likes to receive love.
In a time, what the Bible says in 1 Corinthians chapter 13, where it says, love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. It does not dishonor others. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Love never fails, right? So I feel like 1 Corinthians chapter 13 pretty much give it to it like bam, bam. You know what I'm saying? But I do think there is other things to go with it. But if we were just to apply that seriously, just apply that to our relationships, they would improve so much.
You think just blurting out I love you randomly is what I need to feel left?
But that's what the results of the quiz said.
Just saying words with no meaning just so we don't argue? It's not my love language. It's not my love language.
Yeah.
I don't know, but maybe there's a quiz we can take to get to the bottom of it.
Wait, she did flip quick. And I don't think what he said was wrong because, as we know at this point, Malik does love Lisa. So I'm kind of, see, this is what I'm talking about when it comes to the love language and all that and getting it misconstrued. Look, I'm trying to tell you, look, go back to 1 Corinthians chapter 13. You don't get things misconstrued,
I don't even know how to fix this.
Say, I'm sorry, and keep it pushing.
But I don't know. I don't even know what I did wrong.
Right.
And women like to be right and apologize to, no matter what the circumstances.
What?
Okay?
I know, right, Janine?
Why would you put that nonsense in his head? Why?
Right, Janine?
I don't know, babe. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Hey, we forgive quickly, okay? That's what we do as women. We forgive quickly, yeah.
Lisa's love language is words of affirmation, and Malik just does not understand how to give that to her.
Oh, child. I think her whole argument is bogus.
Bogus.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Malik is loyal to her. The boy puts gas in her car.
Right.
He fills up, he puts the oil in the car. He does all of this for her. And what? It's obvious the boy loves her. Why does she need to hear it every 5
Need to be uplifted and supported and empathized with.
See, once again, but I love this because remember, we just got over Malik and Lisa having a different, kind of communication situation. It's really hard because even though you could tell somebody this is your love language or this is your, this is how you affirm me, that doesn't mean that they have the words to do it. That doesn't mean that they're built to do it. It's so hard because what you may need from that person, that like words of affirmation, what if they're not that good at that, but they treat you good? they treat you like a queen, right? They come home, you can go get your nails done, go buy what you want, give your foot massages. They're loyal, they're faithful, you know what I'm saying? But they don't know how to give words of affirmation. Is that a cutoff? Right? Because it's not your love language still. So these things are very, in my opinion, they're very, very tricky. And that's why I said, man, to me, I just say it like this: go back to the word, go back to the Bible, go back to 1 Corinthians and what God said.
Turn this around and questioning my love for you.
Me? No. I'm just letting you know that you're making it very difficult for me to be able to say the same thing to you.
And you laugh at your jokes when they're not even that funny. My jokes, okay, wait. Weren't you glad I didn't say banana is a classic? I stand by that. Still, it's not as funny as he lets you think it is. And he only laughs at it so it doesn't hurt your feelings.
You know, and that, I just want to stop it one time for your mind. That is a very, very huge thing for me when a man considers a woman's feelings, or when a man knows this, like, okay, I know my baby's gas gonna go out, so let me go get the gas while she's in the shower. Stuff like that, I think will get any woman, or, where the man is proactive and not reactive, right? Them men right there, some of y'all men right there, keep doing what you're doing, you beautiful men. Keep doing what you're doing.
I mean, just the other day, I came home and he was making a flower box to go outside your mom's window.
What? I didn't know my dad was into flowers like that.
He's not. He said Mrs. Payne likes to wake up to see flowers blooming. So he wanted to surprise her.
This is crazy. That's such an easy fix. I mean, all mom wants is just words of encouragement and a little "I love you's" thrown on top.
I like how Malik just said that this is an easy fix. And the reason why in relationships it's an easy fix is if you're communicating. If you could, I want to reiterate, because I studied in this area, communicating is not running your mouth. Communicating is not giving your opinion. Listening with an open heart and an open mind, right? Not listening with your opinions running around. Clear your mind and listen to the other person's point of view. That is actual communication. We always think it's like, as long as I respond to you, we're communicating. No, because you can respond to me and still not hear me, right? You can respond to me and still not understand me. The way that you understand is you actually listen, not with your opinion and not with your perspective, but listen to their words. And then that's how these things get rectified very quickly.
I mean, it's similar to exactly what you wanted.
You're still the smartest man I know.
Look, baby, I'm sorry. And I'm going to do better.
You already are.
Man, love God, love people. May God bless you. May God keep you.